Wake up. To stop sleeping or make somebody stop sleeping. Wake me up before you go. I want to say goodbye. Clear up. To make a place clean by putting things back where they should be. Hasn't she cleared up her room yet? I've asked her to do that twice this week. Give up. To let the police or your enemy catch you or somebody else. He killed all of his family and then gave himself up to the police. Let down. To disappoint somebody by not doing something you are expected to do. I really need this report by Friday, so be so kind and don't let me down again. Break into, break in. To enter a building by force and illegally in order to rob it. Thieves broke into my house last night and stole my computer and a TV. Hurry up. To do something more quickly or to make somebody do something more quickly. Hurry up or we'll miss the train. Settle down. To start living a calmer and more organized life, especially after getting married. The famous actor and heartbreaker admits that he's finally settled down. Look for. To try to find something. I'm looking for my mobile. Have you seen it? Find out. To get information about something or to discover some facts. I have just found out that he has lied to me. Run away. To escape or try to avoid something, for example, responsibilities. Don't be a child. You can't run away from your problems forever. Let out. To let somebody or something leave a place by opening the door, turning the plug, etc. I felt sick, so I asked him to stop the car and let me out. Look after. To take care of somebody or something or to be responsible for somebody or something. My parents asked me to look after the family business while they're away. Look at. To turn your eyes to see something or to consider something. Can you look at this exercise? I can't do it myself. Look out, watch out.
To be careful in order to notice something or avoid danger.
Look out, the tree is falling. Put back. To return something to the place where it was before. Please put things back after you have used them or else you make a mess. Bring up. To take care of a person until he/she becomes an adult. She was brought up in a large family. Have on. To be wearing something, for example, a hat, a t-shirt. She had on a light blue dress and looked very pretty. Put down. To put somebody or something onto the floor, table, etc. Put it down, it's too heavy for you. Take away. To remove or to subtract. What will you get if you take 5 away from 15? Pass by. To go past something or somebody, for example, a building or a person. I passed by a hotel and a gas station, and finally I saw the right house. Break down. About a machine, etc. To stop working. Oh no, the printer's broken down again. Go back, come back, get back. To return to a place. I forgot my wallet and I had to go back home. Sit down. To take a seat, for example on a chair, or to show a seat to somebody. I can see you're upset. Sit yourself down and tell me all about what happened. Get on. To enter a bus, train, etc. I nearly missed that train, so I was very happy when I finally got on it. Go away. To leave a place or a person and move to another direction or to disappear. Oh, just go away. I have no more time for you. Deal with. To take action to do something, especially to solve a problem. You will have to deal with this problem anyway. You can't escape it. Take off. To remove clothes. Take off your shoes, please. I've just cleaned the floor. Go on. To happen or to continue to happen.
I liked the play, but I thought it went on for too long.
Pick up. To lift something or somebody or to get something from somewhere, for example a newspaper from a newsagent's. He picked his daughter up and carried her to the car. Get in, get into, come in, come into, go into. To enter a place, for example a car, a house or a room. Oh, it's you. Come in and sit down. Go out. To leave a place, especially your house, and go somewhere to enjoy yourself. She is a very sociable person. She goes out with her friends all the time. Turn off. To stop something. For example, water from flowing, a TV from working, gas from flowing. Turn off that horrible music. Stay in. To spend time at home rather than go out. In the evening, I usually stay in and read or watch the telly. I have nobody to go out with. Put on. To put clothes onto your body or cream, makeup, etc. on your face. Put on your coat, it's getting cold. Get out. To leave or escape from a place or to help somebody to do this. He got angry and told me to get out. Fill out, fill in. To complete a form, for example an application, a questionnaire. Fill out all the entries of this application form, please. The respondents were asked to fill in a questionnaire. Clean up, tidy up. To make something or somebody completely clean and tidy. He's cleaned up the whole house. I can't believe it. Give away. To give something for free, not for money, or to reveal something like a secret. I asked my daughter to give away her old toys. Look forward to. To be excited about and impatiently wait for something pleasant, for example, holiday. She was looking forward to seeing her lover again. Go down, drop off, fall off. To fall, to decrease, for example in amount, standard. My earnings went down significantly and I can't afford to go on holiday this year. Go up. To rise or to increase, for example in value. Food prices have gone up this year. Stand up, get up. To rise to your feet after sitting or lying. He saw an elderly lady, so he stood up and gave her his seat. Get off. To leave a bus, train, etc. Get ready, we are getting off at the next station. Turn on, switch on, put on. To make something work, especially by pushing a button, for example a TV, light. Turn on the light, I can't see anything here. Bring back. To come back from somewhere with something you have taken with you from there. Look at these earrings, aren't they beautiful? My father brought them back from India for me. Turn out, turn up, work out. To appear, to happen, to have a particular result. It turned out he was right from the very beginning.
Take out. To remove or to cause to leave. Take the children out of the house. The fire is spreading.
Cut off. To remove by cutting, for example a branch. The machine cut off his left hand. Hold on. To hold tight. Hold on to the rope, we'll get you out in no time. Care for.
To like somebody or something, or to take care of somebody or something, usually children. I'm not her boyfriend anymore, so I don't think she cares for me.
Grow up. To stop being a child and become an adult. I grew up in a large family. Come up, go up. To move towards somebody, especially to speak to him or her. He came up to me and asked me to dance with him. Occur to. About an idea or thought, to come into somebody's mind. It never occurred to me until you suggested it, but you're right, he must be in love with her. Lace up. To fasten something by tying the laces. It's a great day for a walk. Lace up your shoes and let's go. Wrap up. To dress yourself or somebody else in warm clothes. It was freezing, so I wrapped up warm. Bring about. To cause or produce something. The new government is expected to bring about reforms in the health system. Mistake for. To confuse somebody or something with somebody or something else. A drunk was shot by a terrified neighbor who mistook him for a burglar. Sit around, sit about. To spend time sitting and doing very little. When you retire, you can sit around at home all day, or you can go out and find yourself something to do. Add up. To make sense, to lead to a logical explanation. Something doesn't add up here. He couldn't have been in two places at the same time. Lay off. To stop employing somebody because you have no more work for him or her. People are still shocked after the last week's announcement that the company is going to lay off 30% of the staff.
Tell apart. To not confuse two very similar things or people, because you can see a difference between them. My cousins are twins. I don't see them too often, so when I meet them, I can never tell them apart.
Settle on, settle upon. To agree about something. Have you already settled on where you're going to live? Talk back. Usually about children, to answer somebody older or in authority in a rude way. Don't talk back to me, I'm your mother and I won't tolerate this. Come up with. To have a new idea, to think of something new. He's always late and always comes up with silly excuses to explain why. Give up on. To lose hope that somebody or something will improve. Don't give up on me just yet. I can still surprise you. Do up. To fasten something using buttons, laces, or a zip. For example, a dress, a coat, etc. Can you help me to do up my dress? Go into, turn to. To start doing something, especially a kind of work. I'm thinking of going into teaching. I've always enjoyed working with children. Give up. To stop doing something, especially something you do regularly, a habit or an addiction. She gave up bungee jumping after she saw one fatal accident. Hang around, hang about. To spend time with somebody or somewhere, usually for no reason. Today's teenagers spend their time hanging around in shopping malls with their friends. Call back. To telephone somebody again or to telephone somebody who telephoned you before. Look, I can't speak to you now. I'll call you back later, okay? Hand out, pass out. To give something to everybody in a group. When you walk along this street, there are always dozens of people standing there and handing out leaflets. Add up, tot up. To calculate the total of two or more numbers. When I added up all the bills I'll have to pay this month, I got depressed. Knock out. To make somebody lose his or her consciousness, for example by hitting him or her very hard. The bank clerk was attacked with a toxic substance that knocked him out. Run over.
To drive over somebody or something with a vehicle.
Oh no, I think I've run over that dog. Wait on. To serve food and drink to somebody in a restaurant. Do you know the girl from the Donatello restaurant who waited on us when we were there yesterday? Catch on. About an idea, clothes, etc. To become popular and fashionable. We had several ideas, but none of them caught on. Hang up. To end a telephone conversation. Don't hang up on me, I haven't finished. Give out. To give something to a number of people. He gave out lots of leaflets to advertise his business. Put up with. To accept something or somebody although you don't like it. Don't put up with instances of racism. Report them. Throw away. To get rid of something you don't need anymore, or to waste something good you have. I know this sweater is old and ugly, but I could never throw it away. I got it from my grandmother. Beat up. To hurt somebody by hitting him or her. The victim was beaten up because he refused to give money to the robbers. Do without. To be able to live or do something without something else. I can do without a car, but not without a computer. Run down. To drive into a person or an animal and injure or kill him, her, or it. Some madman tried to run me down on a pedestrian crossing. Tie up. To fasten something together with a rope, string, etc. Also somebody's arms or legs. We tied the burglar up and waited for the police. Hand down. To give or leave something to somebody who will live after you. In every country, there are interesting regional recipes handed down for generations. Go against. To be opposite to something, to disagree. I can't suddenly go against everything I have always believed in. Hold up, hold off. To delay something. He was late because he was held up by traffic jams.
Go off.
To explode, about a bomb. To fire, about a gun. Or to start ringing, about an alarm.
My new alarm clock goes off like a bomb. It's impossible not to hear it. Look up to. To admire and respect somebody. To treat somebody as a role model. He's always looked up to his father and wanted to be like him. Track down. To look for somebody or something in several different places and finally find him, her, or it. I spent weeks trying to track down the owner of the house I wanted to buy. Check out. To pay the bill and leave the hotel. We had to check out by 10 in the morning. Check in. To report one's arrival at an airport or a hotel. You have to check in long before the flight. Use up. To use the whole supply of something. I'm afraid we haven't any milk. I used it up yesterday. Get down to. To start doing something, especially some work. I still haven't finished the project, but I'll get down to it at the weekend. Take back. To admit that something you said was wrong or untrue. Take it back or I'll beat you. Step down. Step aside. To resign from an official position. He has stepped down as chairman of the company, but he's not going to retire. Live with. To tolerate something you can do nothing about. I can't change him, so I'll just have to live with his forgetfulness. Come down to. Boil down to. About a complicated situation. To be influenced by a single most important element. It's not that he doesn't want to buy this house. It all comes down to money. He's afraid he can't afford it. Go around, go round. To behave in a particular way. Just don't go around telling everybody that I'm divorcing my wife, okay? Go after. To follow or chase somebody or something. He left the country, but the mafia went after him and finally got him. Look through. To look for something among some other things, or to read something quickly, looking for specific information. I've looked through all my notes looking for his phone number, but I still haven't found it. Get through. To manage to talk to somebody on the telephone. Hi, I called you before, but I couldn't get through. Pass on. To give something to somebody else, especially if you've only just got it. For example, news. Could you pass it on to Sue when you meet her? I'm afraid I won't be seeing her. Make out. To see, hear, or understand something, especially if it's not easy. He tried to tell me something, but it was so noisy I just couldn't make out what it was he was saying. Get around, get about. To move within an area, for example, a city. Trust me, it's possible to get around without a car. The public transport is great here. Make up for. To compensate for something. He's been extremely nice to me this week. I think he's trying to make up for being rude to me last week. Cut down, cut back. To reduce the amount of something, especially something you eat or drink, because it may be bad for you. The doctor said I should cut down on salt. Speak up. To raise your voice and speak louder. Could you speak up, please? I can't hear you. Eat out. To not eat at home and go to a restaurant. I like eating out because I hate washing up. Stem from. To result from something and develop. Many modern English words stem from Latin. Get down. To make somebody feel bad, depressed or tired. I'm sorry I'm in such a bad mood, but the news really got me down. Get down, write down, take down. To write something, to take notes. I can learn only from my own notes, so I am always at every lecture and I get down everything the lecturer says. Bring up. To vomit. I feel sick. I'm afraid I will bring up my dinner. Slow down. To become slower or to make something become slower. To do something less intensively. You work too much. I think you should slow down. Point to. To mention something or to make something seem probable. So far, the evidence points to a murder. Take from. To use something like words or ideas of somebody else, for example, a writer. The motive is taken from the Bible. Talk out of. To discourage somebody from doing something using persuasion. I wanted to become a vegetarian, but my parents talked me out of it. Write in. To write to an organisation, newspaper, etc. Many viewers wrote in after the controversial TV programme. Take up. To become interested in something or start doing something, for example, playing the guitar. He's never been interested in anything for longer than 6 months. He takes up a new hobby every half year. Show up, turn up. To appear, especially somewhere where people wait for you. She showed up late but didn't feel like apologising. Hear from. To get news or information from somebody or somewhere. I haven't heard from her since she moved away. I don't know if she's alive. Get back to. To talk to somebody later, when you have more information or time, especially on the phone. Is it Rick calling? I can't talk to him now. Tell him I'll get back to him. Take in. To provide somebody with shelter. When he was little, he would always take in stray animals. Point out. To comment on something or indicate something. I hate it when he points out my mistakes because I think he's not competent to do that. Come up. To happen unexpectedly or very soon. I'm sorry, but something has just come up and I won't be able to come to your party. Have over. To have guests, especially for dinner. Have him over for dinner and serve something special. He'll love it. Call for. Something. To ask for something or to need or deserve something. In my opinion, this child calls for much more attention than it gets from its parents. Bring up, put forward. To start talking about something, to raise an issue. Must you always bring up our past arguments? Try on. To put on clothes to see if they fit you and look nice on you. What about this skirt? Would you like to try it on? Ask for. To say that you want to speak to somebody. Alice, there's somebody at the door asking for you. End up, wind up. To arrive unexpectedly at a particular situation or condition. At first, Sue hated Paul, but she ended up falling in love with him. Follow up. To do something more than you already have done to complete something or make it more successful. Having published her first successful novel, she soon followed up with another one. Take in. To trick somebody into believing something that is not true. Don't be taken in by his stories. He's a liar. Keep up. To continue doing something without changes, especially something positive. You're working very well. Keep it up. Break down. To lose control of your emotions and start crying, especially when other people can see you. I didn't want to break down in front of all these people. I'm really ashamed. Show off. To be proud of something or somebody and make sure other people can see it, often annoying for other people. She wears those expensive clothes, not because she really likes them, she just wants to show off. Come out. To appear, become known, become published. For example, about stars in the sky, news, a book. She tried to keep it secret, but the truth eventually came out. Make up. To invent an untrue story or an excuse, often to deceive somebody. He's never been to New Zealand. He made it up. Set up. To found a new company, institution, etc. He didn't want to have a boss over him, so he set up his own company. Get into. To become interested or involved in something. Since she came back from France, she has really got into wines. Take on, take over. To agree to do something and become responsible for it. He's taken on some extra work and seems very tired. Result in. To cause something, to make something happen. He is lucky to be alive. Such accidents usually result in death. Carry out. To complete something, especially some research or something you have been told to do, for example, a mission, an order, etc. He carefully carried out all the instructions. Go through. To experience something, especially something difficult or unpleasant. No wonder he is so reserved after all he has gone through. Take to. To start liking somebody or something. My daughter took to her little brother the moment we brought him home from the hospital. Go for. To try to achieve something. I think you should go for the scholarship. You're the best. Rely on, count on, depend on. To put trust in somebody, something, or to need somebody, something very much. You can always rely on him. He won't let you down. You can't depend on me in everything you do. You must be independent. Work on. To spend some time producing, improving, or repairing something. The writer is working on her new book at the moment. sign up, sign on. To put your name on a list because you want to be involved in something. I have always wanted to learn Italian, and now I have finally signed up for Italian classes. Put by, put aside, lay by, save up, set aside. To save small amounts of money for the future. I put by 10% of my earnings every month. Check out. To look at somebody or something, especially somebody or something attractive, or to get more information about something to make sure it is true or correct. Check out his CV. It seems interesting. I think what you're saying is correct, but let me check it out, just to make sure. Come to. About a situation. To develop, usually in a bad way. He used to be such a promising young man, and now he's a beggar. I never thought it would come to this. Pass by. About something pleasant or exciting, for example, an event or opportunity, to happen without you being involved in it. He had a feeling that life was passing him by. He couldn't stand it, so he set off travelling. Get on. Get along. About people. To like each other and be friends. Contrary to the stereotype, I have always got on well with my mother-in-law. Scale down. To make something smaller than it was or was planned to be. The aid program has been scaled down due to the lack of financial resources. Figure out, work out. To think of something and finally understand it. I've tried to do this exercise myself, but I just can't figure it out. Pop up. To appear unexpectedly. You scared me when you suddenly popped up. Make for, head for. To go in a particular direction. I think it's high time we made for school. Back up. To support somebody, also by saying that what he or she said was true. Why didn't you back me up? You knew I was right. Answer to. To give an explanation to somebody, especially because he or she is your superior. I started my own business because I didn't want to answer to a boss. Go with. About two things, to suit each other or to coexist. White wine goes with cheese, poultry and seafood. Put up. To post something, to place something somewhere so that people can see it. Where do you want to put up the picture? Get out of. To avoid doing something you should do. I will see you if you get out of another meeting. Set out, set off, start out, head off. To leave, to start a journey. We set off early to arrive there on time. Hold on. To wait. Hold on a second, I've just remembered something and I want to check it. Put together, set up. To make something by joining parts of it or to join people into a group. I dismantled it to see how it works and now I can't put it together. Look up. To find information in a book or on the computer, for example, a word in a dictionary. I'll just look it up in my notes. I'm sure I wrote it down. Go ahead. To start doing something planned, for example, a project. The boss said the project's fine, so I think we can finally go ahead with it. Turn to. To speak to somebody, especially in order to get help or to start doing something because you think it will help you. Stressed students sometimes turn to drink or drugs. Live on. To survive and continue to exist, especially through hard times. The memory of this wonderful person will live on forever, and she will always be in our hearts. Keep on, carry on. To continue or to do something repeatedly. He has no right to criticize your work. Just ignore him and carry on. Plug in, plug into. To connect an electrical device to the supply of electricity. Your mobile phone's battery is weak. Plug the charger in. Put on. To start the music, for example, by putting a CD into the CD player. She put on some music and started dancing. Drop in, drop by, come by. To visit somebody for a short time, or to go to a place for a short time. Whenever you're in town again, you're welcome to drop in on me. Line up, queue up. To stand in a row or to arrange people or things in a row. The students lined up by the classroom door. Take over. To become the new owner of something, for example, of an enterprise. Whenever she comes to visit us, she takes over the control of the whole house. Shut down, close up, wind up. To stop operating, about a shop, an organisation, etc., or to make something stop operating. After the new hypermarket appeared in the neighbourhood, most of the small businesses wound up. Sell out, sell up. To sell all you have, or most of what you have. We didn't get in to see the show because all the tickets had been sold out. Help out. To help somebody with his work, if he or she is very busy, or to help somebody to solve a problem. When he fell into debt, his parents helped him out. Get away, get off. To escape unpleasant consequences of something wrong you have done. No one hurts me and gets away with it. Get away. To leave a place, to escape, or to go on holiday. I'm really tired, I need to get away for a few days, or I'll go crazy.
Fall in with.
To accept an idea, plans, etc.
I was surprised how quickly he fell in with my plans.
Cut off. To stop supplying something, for example, electricity. The device automatically cuts off gas if sensors notice flames or smoke. Catch up. To reach somebody in front of you by going faster or to improve the quality to reach some standards. Can't you walk faster? Hurry up and catch up with the rest of the group. Give in. To finally agree to do what somebody wants or to accept your defeat and stop fighting. The soldiers were trapped and had no other choice but to give in to the enemy. Look into, check out. To try to find out more about something, to investigate something, for example, a problem. The police decided to look into the incident more carefully. Come into. To receive money or property. He came into a lot of money when his wife died. Keep to. To stick to something, for example, a way, a rule, a plan, a subject. We don't have much time, so please keep to the subject of our meeting. Win over, win round. To get somebody's support or to make somebody like you. His speech helped him to win over the judge. Hang out. To spend a lot of time somewhere or with some people. He hangs out here. I've seen him several times. Hand in. To give something to somebody, especially because you are obliged to do it. The teacher reminded the students that they should hand their papers in as soon as possible. Stay up. To go to bed later than normal. For example, because you work late. You shouldn't stay up too late, or else you won't be able to get up early tomorrow. Step up, rev up, speed up. To increase the speed or intensity of something. Our products are selling well. I think it's high time to step up the production. Go by, slip by, slip away. About time, to pass. The last 3 years went by so quickly. Go by. To act according to something. For example, to obey a rule or to form an opinion about something judging from information you have. Don't go by what he says. He knows nothing. If you want to live here, you must go by the law of this country. Turn into. To become something or somebody different, also by magic. I think I'm turning into my father with age. It's spooky. Open up. To become available or to make something available, especially an opportunity. This new situation opens up more exciting possibilities. Stand by. To look but not act when something bad happens. People on the shore just stood by watching the boy drowning. Shut up. To stop talking or to make somebody stop talking. They gave him money to shut him up and avoid the scandal. Sit on. To delay doing something, especially using something you already have. They have many good ideas, but they're just sitting on them.